Hey, everybody, it's Greg, and it's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It is Monday, May the 20th, and we're going to wrap up the weekend. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I did. It's starting to get warm here in Pennsylvania. It's about time. And I tell you what, uh, Monday, there's so many great songs about Monday. I mean, think about it. Monday, Monday. Da, da, da. I'm singing because there's a reason I'm singing. Da, 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 da. Just another manic Monday. Oh, I wish it was Sunday. There's a lot of negative Monday songs, right? But this one, I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Monday. Tell me why I don't like. I don't like Mondays. Tell me why. And then, why doesn't somebody write a positive Monday song? Yeah, something like, oh, it's Monday and I'm happy and it's positive and it's beautiful. I love Mondays and it's never what? You know what I'm singing, don't you? I went to see the Lovin Spoonful yesterday. Yeah, the Lovin Spoonful. And it was a sold out show too. And it was a great show. It was a great show. It was nice hearing all those songs again. Like You Didn't Have to Be So Nice. What a day for a daydream. Comes the day for a daydream ball. And of course, the big one. Dance so I'm gonna say, like my lip is ready and great. Anyway, but there was one thing that was a little off about the show. There's only one original member of the Lovin Spoonful alive, and he was in the band. His name is Steve Boone, and he's the bass player. And he was with the group way back in the 60s. And that's okay. It was nice hearing the music again and everything. And Steve Boone was a big, along with John Sebastian, was a big part of the Lovin Spoonful. They wrote most of the songs together. But they're not really Lovin Spoonful, you know what I mean? They're not really the group. I mean, John Sebastian is still around, but he's not with the group. The drummer is on hiatus. Another member passed away. And I don't know. It's nice to hear the music and to appreciate these guys while they're still around. But if they're not the whole band, they should say tribute to the Lovin Spoonful, A lot of these tribute bands are very good. I saw a Bruce Springsteen tribute band back in February. He was great. He was great. So, you know, I think a lot of people would go to see these bands, but just be honest and say a tribute to the Lovin Spoonful, But anyway, I don't know. Maybe that's being picky. But there's a lot of these bands touring now. And you got to be careful because people go to these shows and they think, wow, we're going to see the real Lovin Spoonful. They're all like 89 years old, but they're still playing. But it's not true. So, like the Guess Who are touring, but they're not really the Guess Who. They're not Randy Bachman on guitar, and they're just not the same guys. So anyway, but it was a fun show. It was good. So anyway, what are we talking about today? Oh yes, I got a few pieces of mail that I noticed over the weekend. So just two. I just want to respond to these two, okay? Quiet Pool said Jack Lovin, he was he or she commented on the episode we did last week on the Twilight Zone. That was a classic edition of the week. He mentioned, she mentioned Jack London has been thrown out there, which is true. And London was in really good episode that the London was upsetting with Jonathan Wood. What Jonathan Wood improv comedian. Well, what happened was it was called a game of pool, and Clubman was this big sharp guy and sort of old slum guy coming down the pool halls, thought he was the best, and took on all this up and comers and beat them all. Well, he thought he was the greatest until he met Jonathan Winters, who magically appeared one night. They were all alone in the pool hall, and Winters appeared. Jonathan Winters was a very, very serious role on the Twilight Zone, not the same Jonathan Winters we would come to know and love. And he challenged Jack Clubman to a game of pool, winner take all. And I forget what Clubman would have gotten. I guess maybe the title of world's greatest pool player. But if Clubman lost, Jonathan Winters would get his soul. Because you know what? Jonathan Winters, in disguise, was the devil. Satan himself, Lucifer. So you got to check out that episode. It's really, really good. And it's got 2 pros in it. And that's the great thing about Twilight Zone. And a lot of the faces that we recognize later on in TV and movies, that they deserve to start now, in the Twilight Zone. I had a lot of those actors. So anyway, 5-4, thanks for dropping the mail there. And also from SCB 1005, keep it up, G. Thank you, ASG. I will. I presume you're talking about the program, not other things. I mean, it could be anything, Tony, right? Could be anything. But I'm thinking you're talking about the podcast. I hope you are. Anyway, thank you for it. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for the mail. I love the mail. All right, so here you go. You know what I forgot? Damn me. I forgot, and I should do this every time I start the program. I got carried away singing the patron saint of this fine podcast. Bud, there he is, tongue man himself. Isn't he cute? I miss our Bud. But he's up in doggy heaven looking down my nose. All right, some other things before we go here. Politics. Oh, Jesus. Well, they're up there in the courts again. Michael Cohen's getting grilled. Trump is there. The big thing is, will Trump testify this week or not? Who knows, right? I mean, if he does, I hope you have perjury on your bingo card. I'm just saying, it could be a winner. But it's always something every day, isn't it? They're doing these polls and stuff. I don't believe in polls because they could be rigged and it could be. I never got polled. Have you ever got polled? I never got one. Nobody ever calls me up or asks me questions. Well, I don't know why, but I don't believe it's polls. But I do think there's a reason why they decided to do the first debate at the end of June. Well, they took speaking of polls, they took a poll, and a lot of people don't believe that Trump and Biden are going to be the nominees. That's why they're not really into the election. These haven't really heated up. But that's an interesting take. And I guess I can see the point. I mean, Trump may be in jail. We don't know, right? And Biden, I don't know. I just think if he doesn't do well in that first debate, I don't know. Before the Democratic convention in August, will they gracefully say, "Okay, you had enough. One term's enough. We're bringing in the big guns. We're bringing in." Could it be Hillary? Anyway, it's going to be an interesting year, in a lot of different ways. Oh, God, yes. So that's going on up in New York. Uh, and, well, you know, let's talk about sports. Of course, we got to talk a little bit about sports before I leave. A little bit. Another great weekend for our Phillies, huh? They swept the Nationals, and they're leading the Braves in the division. I think I've said this before in this fine podcast show. The Phillies are going to win the World Series this year. Okay. Um, they've never gotten off to such a fast start before. Well, the last time they did was in 1913, if that counts. But they're hot and they're winning. And I think the only thing left that would complete this team is the bullpen players. Cameron and back in people and could count on every game to save the game. I think it will happen. I think before the trade deadline, once we hit Memorial Day, which is Sunday, I would believe, isn't it? Memorial Day is the next. I think the Phillies might be after they're dead, but it could be up with it could be better, right? So I would, if anything, the Phillies would be in the market to get really good closing. And I think that would make the team complete. But tell you, the way they're looking now, they're very focused. You know, they won, I think they've played 12 series, they don't ever complete series. They've time, 4 or 5 sweeps and everything. They always win the first game of the series. Did you notice that? They have won the first game of every series they've played or have won. It's like the record is like 12-1 in the first game of the series. And of course, if you win the first game, chance you will win the series. And that's what it's all about. Right? Winning series. It builds. So we always play the Rangers 3 games starting tomorrow night. I'm actually going to be Thursday afternoon against the world champion Rangers. And let's see if the Phillies win tomorrow night and be pretty good. You can bet that they will. But anyway, I would love to close this year, every year. And Eagles around actually starting to practice 3 weeks of OTAs, and the guys will get out on the field and they're going to do some practicing, and then they get some time off before they come back and do a little training camp. So we're entering summer now, starting to feel like summer outside. The ball's not that far away. Well, so we're getting there. Basketball. How about those New York Knicks choking, huh? And you know what? They'll use the excuse. Oh, our guys were injured. Well, what about the Sixers, Joel Embiid, right? When he was injured, the Knicks fans were harassing him. He was hurt. Now they're crying up in New York. They could go. They put in and Jody and Josh Hart is hurt with Baby hurt. Well, you know what? Tough. Because what goes around comes. So, and so basically the Knicks choked. They had home court advantage. They had 3-2 advantage, or really 2-0 advantage going into Indiana. And they choked. They choked. So goodbye, Knicks. Well, I think it's going to be an interesting series. The Pacers and the Celtics. Everybody's saying Celtics. I wouldn't be too sure, especially game number 1. I think the Pacers could steal that game. You know what they said? If you're going into an opponent's city, you're the road team, the best game, the easiest game to steal this game #1. Why? Because the Sellers have it off now. What did they play that, a week ago, maybe? And maybe a little rusty coming back on Tuesday night. Whereas the Pacers just played yesterday, and they're off the high of winning that series against the Knicks. So we've got the momentum. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers won the game, but not surprising at all. Out west, boy, did the Nuggets, they tied. I mean, 3-3. Game 7 is in Denver, but Denver really went to that. World champs, up 20 points in the third quarter over Minnesota. And you lose that game? Woo, woo. Wow. Well, you know what? I don't think the Denver Nuggets was motivated this year to win. In fact, Jokic, who's a great player, before the season, before the playoffs, was saying, oh, if we don't win, I'll go back to the farm. And he didn't seem as driven as really. Now, I'm sure they wanted to win. Don't get me wrong. But there was that extra, determination, motivation to try as hard as you could. They just sort of gave up. I don't know. It's just Minnesota seemed to want to. I mean, coming back from 20 points down in the third quarter on the road in game 7. So that'll be interesting. Luka Doncic and Dallas going against them, this upstart Minnesota team for the West Conference Finals. Very interesting. So we'll see what happens there. And I think that's about it, huh? Everyone else is doing good. Cutco, Katie, everybody, Holly, everybody's doing good. I'm doing good too. And I hope you're doing good too. So I'll be back. You know what? Later this week with a classic television thing. I'll try to keep it short, but I noticed not too many people watch the last one. Why? Because it went on for 30 minutes. I'll try to keep it short. Yeah. So join me in a week. And whatever else is going on, we just gonna hop on and have some fun and just talking to you guys. So everybody have a great look. Make it positive. Not this active. You know which one they saw it about 80 days but always get me down. Another depressing month. Like I said, if somebody's out there who wants to write a positive, happy Monday song, please do. Oh, I forgot one thing. Did you hear the story? Disney, the characters, the people who dress up like Mickey Mouse, the princesses, they're all going to be union. They're going to be union, yeah. Because, see, the thing is, they're not getting, all these characters aren't getting the same benefits as the other vendors out there, you know? So instead of going on strike, could you imagine, say, Mickey Mouse holding the picket sign? Oh, we just want our fair wages. And, they decided to leave the dance. So I was just wondering, when they took that vote to join the union, did they all mean the characters, costumes? See Goofy just walking up to the picket. All won't be the union, that kind of thing. Anyway. So there you go. Even Donald Duck is union. So, all right, well, that's it. That's all I have. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and love. Take care today. See you. Where's the Bang, 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 happy days, burning holes, hello, lonely, bye, 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 bye. There you go. Oh, there it is. See you later.